Hey everybody, it is Tedlicious here, and this week on Rupaul's Drag Race, it is the literal Olympics of drag. Alright, so hey everybody here, it is Tedley again. If you don't know who I am, I'm a crazy, obsessed RuPaul's Drag Race fan who back in the day, I got on Logo exactly after RuPaul's Drag Race on that sex show, another TV show that was on Logo because I was so obsessed, I just had to be on the network, bitch. And you know what, then all of a sudden I decided I needed to do these RuPaul's Drag Race vlogs every week. And so if you don't know who I am, if you heard of my videos, if you somehow stumbled on this and you just made a huge mistake, you know, that's perfectly fine. We all make mistakes sometimes. So when the episode started, there was a fitness mini challenge where all the girls had to get in their quick fitness drag, you know, a RuPaul's Drag Race staple at this point. And so they all had to look super good, and then it was like their mini dance challenge where they all get in the line and then they have to look super cute as they dance it. Now, as we're watching the dances, there are a couple obvious winners, except, you know, as many of you on the internet know, in my world, in my mind, the only thing I have room for is Meth and Plastique Tiara, because all I need in my life is her to look feminine as fuck, say charisma numb, and to do a death drop real quick, and then you know what, that's all I need for drag for the rest of my life. That could be RuPaul's Drag Race 12, 13, and 14 right there. But so then they announced the main challenge, and it was going to be the Draglympics. It was gonna be voguing, it was gonna be shablam, where they fall on the floor. And you know what, my favorite thing, which we always do on this show? Clack that fan! Oh my god, and so I was super excited about this because it's like, I mean, I wish I was there to be a guest judge, but you know what? They just don't have the budget to afford me there. But so anyways, they was like about to do all these fierce Draglympics, and like there really wasn't too much to address this time. Just like I was saying a couple weeks ago, these challenges where it's like, you know, the first couple weeks in and they do the huge production with all the queens, or you know, they do these dance challenges and it's just like, I can't even keep up with who is who, and it's like who is doing what, and it's like you have to, I'm trying to do this shit in the same night the show premieres, and they've given me all this shit like, oh, I can't even keep track of who is doing what or whatever, except what I can say is that this episode, I just feel like I disagreed with all the decisions they made. Like if you could switch the decisions, that's what I would want to happen. So this is what I'm gonna say. I felt like that they were split on teams, and I feel like the second group team did better than the first. When we were watching the performances, well, the first performance was on, and myself and all my gays that I watched the show with were holding our breath the whole time. Evie, is she gonna be okay? She's gonna be Eureka of the season. She's gonna go home. She's gonna go home. She's not gonna be okay. You know, so we were so like on edge watching the first performance that we couldn't even focus on if it was good or not. We're just like, oh, is Evie's flag gonna break off? But lo and behold, the first group wins. And, you know, they give Evie Oddly this moment. You know, she was talking about her condition of her body. On the challenge, I saw her makeup, bitch. I almost did not recognize her. And so she was given the glam. She was given the shablam. She was doing it. And then she came out on crutches. She basically did all that plus what Max, Mel, and Affy did on season 7. So you know what? She is killing it. But so the second group, well, also maybe I'm a little biased because I'm obsessed with Nina West, I'm obsessed with Plastique Tiara, and I'm obsessed with Miss Vanjie. And so them being the bottom group, I'm like, oh, well, hey, I don't want them bitches to go home. And so then, oh my god, yeah. And then it was time for Ru to throw the ultimate shade right after they got rid of the shade fans. So hold up. Who should be eliminated tonight? Oh wait, that's Tyra Banks. RuPaul was like, which one out of these bitches on the stage needs to go home? And all of these bitches was like, oh, there's the bus. Oh, there's Scarlet Envy. Bam. But you know what? It actually was kind of true because, you know, she showed up in the workroom, you know, and this show, you know, for these queens is filmed so quickly, you know, it just pops up and up and up. Like what we see in a week, they see in 2 days. But so, like, if I was there and I saw what that bitch walked in with, the Venus Delight little look or whatever, I would have been like, she needs to go home right now. So you know what? I bet when they're like, oh, well, this bitch, she did good at that one challenge, but she ain't been doing good at the other challenges. But so anyways, Scarlet Envy was voted by the group of worst to go home, and then who did she pick? She picked Raja, which was probably okay because, you know, Raja's been kind of the drama this season, and not even in a good way. Like, I'm not excited to see the drama she's gonna bring to the table. So it was those two up for elimination, and I have to say, this was a close call because, you know what? I honestly thought that Scarlet's little look was cute, except it was maybe, like, I don't know, like, it was on her. Scarlet pulled out her scissors and she did her thing, and she had glitter and she had stunts and she had tricks and she was killing it. Raja, I didn't see all the stunts and the tricks, but I did see a good enough performance or whatever. My gays who I was watching the show with, they were convinced it was going to be a double save, but I'm like, oh no, I kind of think that Scarlet pulled this one out. And I still think she did. I think between the two of them, I would have saved Scarlet if it was me. Except, you know what? It's not my show. It's not my rules. The only thing I control is whatever is on this YouTube screen. So I was definitely shocked to hear that Scarlet was going home when I just saw her breaking out of her shell, becoming the Drag Race star she was meant to be. Okay, but so anyways, Scarlet Envy went home this week, and you know, we're nearing like that halfway-ish point. You know, we're getting down to it. We're getting to know who these queens are, and so I picked some favorites. So let me just say, obviously, I have like gone completely opposite of my original critique of Plastique, where I'm obsessed with Plastique now. I want to see more of her. I don't need to see any other drag. I just need to see Plastique. She can do death drops. She can do splits. She looked pretty. She got great hair. She did the Ariana Grande. She's funny. Like, I mean, what else could you need? You know what I'm saying? And so I'm super obsessed with Plastique. Obviously, myself in the world is also obsessed with Brooklyn Heights. I am like totally obsessed with her because I also loved Detox, and they are the drag twinsies. So you know what, you know, Brooklyn Heights is up there for me too, and she looks like, you know, the even gayer version of Lance Bass out of drag. And so, you know, she's super cute both ways. And I also, of course, want Miss Vanjie to go very far because, you know, of course, who doesn't love Miss Vanjie? And also, you know, this episode, she may have kind of coasted, but you know what? Sometimes it takes that moment where it's like, oh, I realize this is some coasting bullshit, that you pull that shit together. Like, I really, like, for me, that's like my top 3 at this moment. Like, I'm just so obsessed with those bitches. And, well, also, I love Evie still, too, and I think, like, there's a lot of stars this time around, and there's a lot of personalities, so this is a good one. It's so hard to tell who's gonna be the ones that you remember forever at this point, because there's some legendary queens that pop up every season. Oh my goodness, I feel like we talked about so much. Once again, everybody, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I can't wait to see you guys next week for even more of this drama. I hear there's gonna be a country couture look outfit challenge next time. Who knows? But I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching.